here they are, the Emisar D4S and the Fireflies E07. Vast differences between these lights, y'all. I'm not saying that they're anything the same, but the E07 is the closest that I have to compare to this D4S, and I just, for fun, wanted to get them out and see how they performed at night. While it's not nighttime, I wanted to show y'all some differences in functionality. So I'm going to pop up on the screen the user interface for the D4S. And now here's the user interface for the E07. So as you can see, there are some similarities. I went ahead and adjusted the thermal regulation for this D4S. It's very similar to what I showed you with the E07. You go in, it's a multiple series of clicks, and you have to adjust it to where it will stay on for an extended period of time. And I did that. That way I'm not losing turbo and it doesn't get too hot. It's pretty safe that way. You adjust it out. I adjusted it out to 60 degrees Celsius, and both of these lights are at that same setting and they're performing well with that. Another difference that I did notice with this D4S, let me just tell you real quick because I'm fixing to set this one down. This has auxiliary lights, the E07 does, and the only two settings with the auxiliary lights with the E07 is what you see right now, and then you can press the button 7 times and it'll go into a flashing auxiliary light mode, and then that's it. And then if you press it 7 times again, then they just turn off. With the D4S, I noticed yesterday, so the auxiliary lights are on right now. We'll go ahead, press it 7 times, and it goes into the flashing auxiliary lights. See how it's flashing now? And then with the D4S, when you first turn on your auxiliary lights, I didn't think that I had turned them on. Well, I did. It's hard to see in the daytime, so I'll show you all at night. But they come on in a very, very low setting. Very, very low lumen. So I thought that was really cool. That's a neat idea to have such a low level initially, and then I'll turn them up, and then that's the one that you can see. You can really see. So that low level is nice if you're going to be leaving this sitting somewhere for an extended period of time and you want to be able to come back to it and find it in the dark. You're not going to be using very much batteries at all on that low setting. So I thought that was cool. But then all the other functions, ramping, what we're used to, low, very low level white light. This D4S is going to run on a 26650, whereas the E07 by Fireflies, what I was showing you, is going to be running on a 21700. This E07 has a lighted button, whereas the D4S does not. And then obviously the size is different. You're going to carry this Fireflies in your pocket with the clip attached to it, and the D4S you won't be carrying in a pocket clip type fashion. I've been carrying this deep in my pocket, and a lot of times I just throw it in my back pocket. As long as I'm not going to be sitting down or anything like that, it's been working great in the back pocket. This is an initial look at this light. I've only had it for a few days, so stay tuned. I'm going to come back in a couple months and show y'all some real thoughts about it. And then here in a few seconds, you can fast forward if you want to, we're going to get some nighttime shots between these two lights. So I really don't know what else I could compare it to. If y'all have any ideas, let me know. Another thing I want to address is the battery that I went with. I did some research, and there's a lot of people that highly recommended this Shockley 26650. Another thing I want to address is the LED type that I went with. I went with this. That gives this light the most amount of lumen. There's other tints out there that are a lot more fun and a lot more interesting. I could definitely see trying this light out in some different tints in the future. But initially I wanted to go with the 6500K. That way I could get the 5000 lumen out of this light. Let's see what it does tonight. See, I told you it'd be easier to see at night. That's the low powered auxiliary light setting. And let's bump it up and I'll show you what I'm talking about, how much brighter it gets. So that's the next setting. And then if you press it 7 times, it'll flash. And then 7 more times, it turns off. Cool. So let's check it out on turbo. See what the brightest setting is. There it is. Shining down the driveway. And it's lighting everything up. Very cool. It's a lot of light. Alright, let's get this Fireflies out. See what it does. And a double press. And another double press to get to true turbo. If you check out the user interface on the Fireflies, a double press from off brings it up to a pretty high level, but then you gotta double press it again to get it to true turbo. So yeah, I don't want to say for sure, but man, I'm really thinking that these are both pretty comparable. There we go. Got them both going now. Y'all say, y'all be the judge. I don't know. I'm standing out here looking at this and asking y'all to be the judge on watching a video. It's not really fair, I know, but golly, it's they're close. Very, very close. And the tint looks the same to me, which would be right because these are both 6500K. So there's the E07. Let's bring the D4S back out. My vote is that they're both equally as bright. I'm sure if you were to hook them up to some special machinery and special equipment, you would see some different numbers or whatever, but standing out here using my 35-year-old eyes, I think that they're both the same. Well, if y'all have anything else you want to see and want to check out, let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching.